Welcome, everyone. This is Araceli, Transition Wealth Advisor and Real Estate Investor in the US and Canada. Today, just remember, guys, subscribe so we can give you more information about real estate investing and finances. So, Colette, can you introduce yourself and tell us what we're talking about today?
Of course. Hi, everybody. My name is Colette Rabba. I am a residential real estate broker in the GTA, which is Ontario, Canada. And Araceli and I really love talking about real estate because we get questions from people just like you that want to know lots of very interesting things, but always around real estate. So please keep your questions coming too. We love to answer them right here. And please subscribe, like Araceli said, and we will answer your questions. And whatever, you have ideas, you have something you want to share with us, we would love to hear it. So today we had a great question, and I get this quite often too, and I think Araceli does too, from just, when we're chatting with people and they say, oh, I'm starting a reno. And how do I save money on a reno? Because everything is so expensive, like it's crazy, especially now after COVID. Prices have just gone through the roof. And how do I save money on a reno? So we've come up with 5 really quick things that you can do on your own, and anybody can do them anywhere. So that's
what we have 6, Colette.
Oh, sorry, that's right. We had a bonus. We have 5 and a bonus. So yeah, like this is something that, it's not just about people who are living in Ontario or people that are living in the US that can use these ideas. Anybody anywhere around the world can use these ideas. So the first one, you want to take that one?
Sure. So the first one is to shop for sales and store it. So if you know that you are buying a property and that you know the state of it, so you know that you're going to maybe replace your bathrooms or your kitchen, or maybe you're replacing a floor that you know already. So if shop around online, you can go to the store. Sometimes they have big sales, and then you can store that material. If you have a garage already, anywhere that you can probably put it in. Maybe sometimes you can, even if you have a storage cubicle or things like that, right? You can put it in there because you may find it at 50% sale. You would want to take advantage of that. That's going to save you a lot of money.
You know what else I love about that idea? Because if, let's say in my own house, I want to do some kind of a little reno, and I want to do, let's say, a powder room or something. If I see that toilet that I bought on sale and it's in my garage, it's going to make me crazy if I don't finish it. I have to get the reno done, at least have to get it started. So that's actually motivation too, that you have the pieces, you have all the parts and ready to go. A lot of the times we have to wait for the contractor. So don't forget, you have time. So if you book your contractor on whatever in 2 months from now, and you find a toilet on sale, it's okay if it sits around for a little while, right?
Absolutely.
I love that one. Yeah. Why not? Get it on sale.
That's right. So remember, materials have gone through the roof, and you want to save as much as you can. The biggest thing is to plan ahead. So if you know what you're doing, then you're going to start shopping around for that. And when you find what you like and you see the price going down, take advantage of it. So that's number 1. So number 2 is shop secondhand.
Well, sorry, I was gonna say something about number 1 too. So even if you don't have storage, you can always ask the store if you buy it. I can't say everyone will do it, but sometimes if it's a few weeks away, and if you ask them to hold it for you till you pick it up. Sorry, I just wanted to, you can ask. It's not terrible for you to ask that too. Oh, sure. So number 2.
So the number 2 is shop secondhand. Okay, so why do we say that? Because now there's a lot of stores that sometimes they have remnants and they have extras, just like Restore or Marketplace, and they will sell cabinets, they will sell toilets, they will sell lots of stuff at a really economical price. So you may want to shop there as well to see. And sometimes I've seen, at least in the Restore, that they have these fabulous kitchens that they take out from this, huge houses that they just maybe just want to renovate that, and the kitchen is perfectly fine, right? So you may want to take advantage of that. It's going to save you a ton of money.
Yeah, we don't know what happens. Let's say the people are tearing down the house and somebody to sell it just put a brand new kitchen in, and now it's kind of like a shame to throw it out. So
Mhm.
if they know the house is being torn down, they would love to donate it, and then that way they get some kind of a little tax write-off or something too, and then you get a brand new kitchen. So always check your restore, your local restore. I love it. I know Araceli loves it. We talk about it all the time. You never know what kind of great stuff you can get.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of retailers like Home Depot actually donate their end of the line kind of light fixtures or other products that they only have one left in the store and the company doesn't want to return it. You know, I don't want to get into business semantics, but always check a resource. It doesn't hurt. And even Facebook Marketplace, some people, you know, like I said, they have a brand new whatever it is and they just don't like it. They bought the house, they've inherited it with the house and they sell it. So why not? If it's your taste, go for it. Okay, so number three. Number
Number
three.
3 is
Go ahead.
reuse where you can. So don't move things around like plumbing or electrical because it costs a lot of money to get somebody in there and move it, especially plumbing, because they have to do a lot of destruction and that might cost for you to replace a floor or a wall. Like if you don't have to, don't do it unless absolutely necessary. In some of the older places, sometimes you don't have a choice because it's not very practical. So you may want to change the layout just to make it a little bit more open. But if you don't have to, just keep it the way it is. It's going to save you a ton of money.
Well, not only saving you a ton of money doing the work, but also if you do the plumbing or electrical, you probably have to get a permit too. So that will cost you to go to the city. It'll also cost you time. So here we are trying to save you money. This is how to save on a reno. So
Yeah,
you want to for sure do it safety first, and you want to do it right. But if you can, try and keep things where they are, especially door frames, things like door frames or windows. When you start fooling around with the size of them, the cost will absolutely go higher. So that's one thing we always want to try and reuse where we can.
for
And
sure.
then number four is similar but a little bit different.
Yeah.
We like to retrofit too where we can. So retrofit is a little bit different. Let's say in the case of a kitchen. So like we were talking about before, if you find this beautiful kitchen that, like really when you think of the components of a kitchen, they're all boxes. So if you have a designer, if you have a professional that knows how to design your space, and then you can go shopping for a secondhand kitchen that is higher quality and you still get a beautiful, beautiful kitchen and they can retrofit it, that's going to save you tons of money than to do a custom kitchen, let's say. So
Correct.
number four. So what's number five?
Well, let me just finish something
Sure.
about a retrofit. And retrofit is also good when you're creating a room, especially if you're doing a bathroom or a kitchen, like if you're reframing. If you have the uh, the reused kitchen that you have, that you already know that there is an L shape, for example,
Right.
you may want to design the room and frame the room according to those dimensions. So that will save you. So it's the opposite of making the room and then getting the dimensions. Now you have the kitchen and you're going to create the room to fit those.
Got it. Yes.
So that's the way that you do it. If you know that ahead of time, remember, everything is about planning. So if you know already that you're going to do that, then you can go back and tell your contractor, I have this kitchen, can you make it fit? So
yeah, please talk to them first before you go. You know, y'all have to be on the same page. And just what Araceli said, you got to plan it out first.
yeah.
So before you spend any money, talk to the contractor, talk to the designer and say, hey, will this work? Can I use it? Because you don't want to go and spend all this money and then end up not using it because that's not going to save you.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Planning, planning, planning. So number five.
So number 5 is know where to splurge and where to save. And with that said, obviously first of all, you're going to know, are you going to live in the house or are you going to be selling the house?
Right.
The second thing to keep in mind is the area. So what kind of area is the house in? Is it a really high end or it's medium or it's lower? It's more like a rental type of property. So if you know that, then you know what kind of finishes you want to spend more money on than not. Okay. So Colette, what would you splurge on?
Wow, yeah, that's a great question. And I agree with you. I think a lot of even higher end homes, like you really want to start thinking about things like uh, the modern um, the modern things of a house. So like the Ring doorbells, the good furnace, sorry, the thermostat that you can look at with your phone. So
Yep.
technology for higher end homes, I would splurge on that. For
Mm-hmm.
a mid-term or a mid range house or a rental home, I wouldn't splurge on that stuff. I would splurge on better paint. So something that's a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
sturdy, wear and tear. Same thing with flooring. Get a
Yep.
better quality flooring. Don't go crazy on finishes like tiles because everybody has their own taste with a
Mm-hmm.
rental property. Or if you're going to sell, neutral, neutral, neutral. So keep everything nice and white and bright.
Yep.
And don't go crazy and do, crazy, fantastic, amazing rainbows and gold toilets.
Yeah.
Keep that, let them decide if you're going to sell the house. So any house, if you pick up any magazine these days, either the walls are white or off-white, things like that. So what about you? What would you what would you splurge on?
Well, what I would splurge on, first of all, is make sure that the plumbing is working correctly. If it you see for any reason that there is a little older and you're going to replace some of it, don't do that. Just replace everything because you're going to have a problem in the
Okay,
future.
good advice.
The same with the electrical. Make sure that you run new lines. Don't try to just tap into whatever is there. Just run new lines. That's best. And when I do rentals, I never use carpet. I rather use a really nice high-end laminate because it's very durable. You
Or
can pick
vinyl.
it up. Yeah. So I will splurge on that instead. So
Good. Yes, I agree with you. I like that idea. If it is a house to sell, spend your money on staging too, because that really makes a difference. So we're not going to get into that, but we just want you to know when you have a reno and you want to save money, you really have to know what your end use is first. So, but that's not our extra. What was our bonus?
the bonus one is be your own project manager. Okay. If you don't have to hire somebody to oversee the project, depending on what it is, if you're going to be doing the whole entire house or you're just going to do one thing, if you are in charge of hiring the plumber, hiring the electrician, painters, whatever it is, or maybe you can do some of it yourself if you're handy enough, I would recommend that you take care of that because sometimes people are not available, but they still charge you for the time.
Sure.
So,
But also you get to choose all the finishes and how much. So if there are two tiles that look very similar, but one is like $6 more than the other, that project manager might not care which one he chooses and just sends you the bill. If you're the project manager, you know you're okay with that other tile, that cheaper tile, no problem, you can get it. So always ask those questions, always find the best trades too for the money. Don't get the cheapest trades because that will actually save you in the end if
mhm.
you hire good trades. So, oh, that's another bonus. Okay.
So that's basically what we have. So just to recap, so there's 6 things that you can do to really save on your reno. So the first one is shop ahead of time and store it or let the company deliver it when you want it. So hopefully you can save on lots of things, even appliances if you're going to replace that as well, right?
Yeah.
Shop secondhand. That's another one for appliances. You can get scratch and dent. I love those because the price is so good. They're still brand new, but they just
Yeah.
have a little bit of scratch somewhere that nobody's going to notice it anyway. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So number 3 is reuse where you can, especially moving the plumbing or electrical. That is going to cost you a lot of money. So try to leave it the way it is. Now, then if you have to, the number 4, you can retrofit. So retrofit is basically buying what you want in the room first, especially kitchens and bathrooms, and then getting you a contractor to make the room to fit that specific piece of furniture that you already have. So number 5 is going to be know where to splurge and where to save. So depending on the end user, then you know what to splurge on or not. And number 6 is be your own project manager. If you've done that before and you have the knowledge and the time, I will recommend that you are on top of it and make sure that people are out of there working, and that will save you tons of money. Okay?
Sounds good. I like
So
it.
that's all we have for today. So if you have another item, please comment below and let us know what that is so we can add it to the list. Okay? So we'll
Great
see you.
idea.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Colette.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for being here on the show. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when there are more shows available. And if you would like to have more information on how to start investing in real estate, please visit my website at www.aracelihernandez.com. Thank you.